Hello, friends. I have missed being with you. I want to thank so many of you for your prayers, your emails, your text. I really appreciate it. My surgery, which was 1 week ago today, June 11th, went well, although it took a bit longer and was somewhat more extensive than originally thought. What they did was, if you have a weak stomach, you might want to skip this part. They cut from nearly the top of my left ear, down in front of my ear, under my ear, and up the back of my ear. Then essentially lifted my ear, went in and got the mass and part of the parotid gland, inserted and secured the drain, and then stitched up the several layers. The next few days were rough, due in no small part to the drain. So I was glad to go on Monday and get that taken out. On the way home from the hospital, after getting the drain removed, I asked my husband to drive through the Starbucks because, well, you know. I must have looked pretty bad. While we were waiting on our order at the drive-through window, the barista looked at me sitting in the passenger seat, the stitches, the swelling, the bruises, the large bandage on the side of my neck, and she said, "Ma'am, have you been behaving yourself?" So we all laughed, and I told her that my attorney wouldn't allow me to talk about the fight in the bar. You should see the other guy, and, kidding, of course. It was eerie going into the hospital to get the drain removed. When I entered, it was strangely quiet in a place that normally had tons of people going to and fro, talking, sitting in the cafe, inquiring at the information desk. I had to stand in a line that utilized the markings on the floor to guide social distancing. When I got to the front of the line, an employee took my temperature, asked where I was going, and a number of questions about symptoms, and put a sticker on my jacket with the day's date on it. When I got to the elevator, an elevator that normally held probably 10 to 12 people, there was a limit of 4, and there were 4 stickers on the floor in the corners of the elevator where people were to stand. When I got to the waiting room, the woman behind the desk, 6 feet away, of course, counted the number of people in the room before she allowed me to sit down. Everyone there was helpful and cordial and tense, very tense. It really drove home that things were not the same, and maybe never will be. Because of the pandemic, we are entering a new normal. Because of the protests and very much needed national and local conversations about race relations, we are entering a new normal. Because of the economic uncertainty and difficulty that so many find themselves in, we are entering a new normal. It is a new normal that more than ever needs the church. It is a new normal that more than ever needs the Lord. It is a new normal that more than ever needs you. In the words of the letter of Paul to the Ephesians, I, therefore, the prisoner in the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. In this new normal, what is God calling you to do? Stay safe, stay well, God bless. Remember that Jesus loves you, and I love you too.